Welcome one and all for this Adelaide Football League round 14 clash between 10th place Broadview and 4th place Golden Grove. My name's Matt Gull. On the call today with Alex Coots. We'll get to you shortly, young man. We've got a spectacular game this afternoon. Can Broadview break through for their first victory for the season? And can Golden Grove? 7 in a row. That lucky number 7. They've been instrumental of recent times with key victories in the last 6 weeks. And great to see them in huge form, Alex Coots. And I suspect today could be one of 3 options we spoke about off there. Broadview gets their breakthrough victory. Could be a close one, or the party bus known as the Pasco Man could dominate and kick a bag full. So 3 things we're predicting. What's your thoughts so far, young fella?
Well, I've done some tips and I said a big call. Broadview will be winning at half time, but Golden Grove will pull away and get a pretty big win. Got some conditions. It's a pretty rainy day here in Adelaide, and it has been for the past day and a bit. It's 11 degrees, heading for a top of 13. There's no breeze currently, but it could well and truly pick up later on in the day. Since yesterday, we've copped a whopping 40 mils of rain. So, a lot of rain, and still could be 10 mils or more to come. Be prepared for a pretty low-scoring game because there's lots of mud around the ground. There's patches on the wing, there's a big patch in the centre, and even in both forward lines. But as you mentioned, Broadview 10th on the ladder. They're yet to win a game this year, 35% on their percentage count. And yeah, I reckon this could be a game they can win. Although Golden Grove are a very good team, they're 4th on the ladder. They're trying to push for a double chance. And Broadview, that sneaky team, although they have the worst offence and defence, let's see if they can catch the Golden Grove 6th ranked defence lacking. But not sure if their defence will be able to hold the leading offence.
Yeah, talk about leading goal kickers. Lenny Pasco, big Lockie Pasco, absolutely sensational this season. 57 goals, leads the goal kicking tally throughout the league. Liam Verity got the double-headed monster with 26 goals. So 1st and 4th on the ladder. Jed Banwell's and Michael Cavallaro almost a goal a game. And Josh Glenn and Mitchell McGilvey with 8 apiece. It's been pretty slim pickings. When you look at the rankings of those leading goal kickers for Broadview, it's been pretty slim pickings, as I said. Josh Byrne with 11, and he's ranked 35th on the goal kicking tally of the Adelaide Footy League Division 1. PJ Carlin out today, he's with 8, and Jackson Hames, I was pretty impressed with him last week. He's kicked 8, and Coop O'Leary and Angus Ralph with 7 and 6 respectively. Really looking forward to seeing how this game plays out. Can Golden Grove get their system in play early? Saw last week, watched Broadview. They played superbly in quarters 2 and 3. Mind you, Ross Trevor kicked 13 of their 14 goals for the game in the first and last quarters and went missing. So if Broadview can bring that pressure, that endeavour, the courage under fire from the get-go, they'll see themselves stay in the game. Can they sustain it or not? That's probably the $64,000 question. But this Golden Grove outfit is absolutely humming at the moment. As I said, 6 in a row. You look at the teams that they've beaten Ross Trevor by 36, PAC by 31, Salisbury North by 33, so there's 2 hovering around the similar positions. Then they took on a couple of the big dogs. They beat the Spockos by 44 at home, which you and I did. They beat Sacred Heart at the Senior College by 13 and Port Districts by 38 last week. So they're probably the most informed team in Adelaide Footy League Division 1. And they could be clinical today, and if they are, it'll be an ugly day for Broadview at home, but nothing to lose for Broadview. Having a free throw at the dartboard this afternoon. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out.
They're probably just preparing at this point maybe for relegation, but for Golden Grove, they're pushing for that double chance. And leading the way, Josh Glenn and Lockie Pasco. Lockie Pasco, 57 goals. He's 25 goals ahead of 2nd place Ant Hellabout from Salisbury North, plus 6 out of 13 best player votes to go with that. Best game was 9 goals, best P&U in round 6, where we were both there. He won the Archies. Josh Glenn, 8th leading in best player votes. He's pulled votes 8 out of 13 games, plus 8 goals. And yeah, the Golden Grove's offence, it's probably just too good. They have the best offence by a mile in the league. Ones to watch for Broadview, Cooper O'Leary, Josh Costa, Tyron Hill and Shoal Anyang. And for Golden Grove, Jake Pittman, Mitch Slater, Michael Cavallaro and Lockie Pasco.
So any moment it's away. Big thank you to our sponsors, Filming Footy Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, High Five e-bikes, Dartfish, Archies, Jag Meatworks. Who will snag the Jag Meatworks goal of the day in Kimberley Resorts. Alex Coots on the first call of this clash.
Robinson and Anyang in the ruck. Robinson taps down. Anyang didn't bother going up for it. Soccer off the ground. Broadview go forward. Lamb Simon. Handball over the top. A little hook shot. Cavallaro. Out to Glenn. Now the skipper, the pit dog. Goes to a one-on-one contest. Great contested mark. And now the Golden Grove Kookaburras can unleash. Pass goes there. Broadview defence is trying to contain him. Crowing ball. Picked up. And holding the ball. Bit of a controversial call there in my opinion. But it will be a holding the ball call going the way of the Tigers. And the B grade score just before it's signs of a low scoring game. It was 11-7-73 Golden Grove to beat by 40 points to 5-3-33 Broadview Tigers. As they'll go forward over the top. Didn't get a good bounce for Wilson. Trickling ball, there they can go. Goes forward as Mulron. Well done to pick it off was Mitchell Payne. Hasn't been playing in the recent weeks due to injury. And he gets his opportunity and gets the first intercept mark of the game, and will just go back, be steady, and got options up forward. Robinson leading, so is Collins. Goes a little deeper. Good spoil from Beard. Now they go forward through Collins. There's Pascoe. Running forward, offline, well offline, and it won't register a score, and it'll be a Broadview free kick.
So some good momentum here by Golden Grove. Nothing on the scoreboard as of yet for Kieran Ugetsu. Please drink responsibly. Let's look at that defensive kick out of that back pocket. Beautiful kick to that far side. And finds Jackson Wilson. He goes inboard. Clever kick on the 45. Need to maintain ball in hand there. Oh, dangerous kick. Good mark in the end. As he goes back to Wilson. So sizing up his options. Got on the 45 there. Not going to make his target. A peel out the back. Tries to tap it onto Lockwood. Dangerous, dangerous. A flick it out the back. And the series of hand passes begins. We got the far side there. And should clear. Still look to maintain that hand pass chain. And it's been coughed up. So Glenn uses that trusty left foot, goes in the direction of Verity. He's work done on the ball, and Lockwood's out the back with a chiming in mark. So Lockwood goes to the 45. Dangerous kick. Can he hold on here? Banwell. And it just miscued him. Pittman's made for these conditions. Anyway, ball with Lockwood. They dish off. They go backwards to go forwards and eventually get on the boot to Lockwood and takes a sound mark there at right half back.
Lockwood had lots of the footy in his first part of the game. Then goes short up the line to Manning. One to outdo his opponent in Ingram. Then he goes forward. Sorry, that was Shenton. And now Ingram near the ball. Bouncing, they can go forward. On the lead. No, great defence. Well done, Aidan Thatcher. Played his 200th game against PAC a few weeks ago on that 31-point win, as you mentioned, Matt. So, Golden Grove, their offence is going to be absolutely piling on. They got so many targets down there. Banwell, Verity, Cavallaro, Slater, Pascoe. They got everyone you want down there. Ball goes to ground. Harms went in the ruck. Simon bursting through with that speed. Not the best of kicks. Went over the head of Banwell. Now they can redo it. Here comes the rain. Darcy Modra to the outside. Ooh, good sliding mark taken by Rolotta. Third game back up on the year. He's going to take a set shot. Jacob Rolotta. So, yeah, here comes the rain. You can see the black clouds over the top of Broadview Oval. And it's about to start pouring down, and it already has in a way. Hasn't registered a score. It'll be out in the full, and kicking in will be Joshua Ingram.
Yeah, conditions have just increasingly become a lot more difficult for the players with this streaming rain, and we're going to have plenty of it. This is wintry conditions 101 here. Suspect more of the same throughout the afternoon, but good for the farmers. Chip to the pocket, finds Thatcher. willing players to come towards him. Just a little poker over the top. Lovely little mark. Anthropoulos just goes back to that defensive goal square. A switch out through Thatcher to Shenton. So experienced campaign will turn 35 a couple of days before the AFL Grand Final this year. Go through Pilkington, finds Banwell. Been a real live wire this season, hitting the scoreboard with 12 majors. He goes with a driving ball down the line, direction of Glenn. Geez, he would have been away. And you probably want the ball on this grandstand side today because it will spend an enormous amount out there and it'll head to the car park every time Alex Coots. Dangerous kick. They find a target inside on that 45.
Well, I said it before, there was no breeze and it could well and truly pick up, and it has picked up. It's got about 30k wins. And bouncing ball, handball over, went over the head of Weaving. Then Glenn went back again with a little 1-2. Weaving finds the footy.
Wait, Weaving.
Chip kick over the top, and Pittman just unleashes at Weaving as the ball's gone in the car park.
Yeah, need to bring it this side.
For Duke. There's Lockwood again. Had plenty of the footy so far. He goes forward, Anyang's there. Weaving takes an intercept mark. He's got options inside with Pilkington. Finds him. No, play on. Cavallaro bombs away. And good intercept mark. So the Tigers can regroup and got options on the outside. Got Beard there until he goes more central. That's got to be 25. Yes, it is.
Free kick, wing attack.
So it's going to be a free kick. Going to handball off. No. Wasn't allowed. Jay O'Leary, brother of Cooper O'Leary, the skipper. Then hands off. They can go forward. Who's there? Mark taken. Not too far out to score. He's 52 out. Where the kick will be taken. Centering ball. Anyang's around it. Harms. Block. Going the way of the Kookaburras. So they'll find a way to go forward.
So free kick, gets the ball on to Pittman. Started well, loves these conditions. Oh, bit of a ear ruffler. So they come through, so Pilkington comes out to this far side. And a good punch in front of Cavallaro there. And out of bounds. Well done by Beard. Great intercepting work there.
Cavallaro comes off for Horskins.
So starting to shuffle the decks, Golden Grove. And the Tigers shown plenty of bite so far, so Chol up against Robinson. Played well last week, Chol, best on ground for the Broadview Footy Club. They dish off with a series of hand passes, gets to Beard, heads to the pocket, needs a tall target. There's a couple of deep key defensive posts. Can he go off the ground? Could have been our Jag Meatwork snag of the day, but that's almost hit the playground. And it'll be a free kick on that far side to Mitchell Payne. Great to see Payne back into the lineup. Had a fairly lengthy period on the sidelines with injury, and his trajectory was magnificent before he got injured because he's playing more midfield this year. He'll go back to his customary back flank today. Second game back for Mitchell Payne.
Got an option leading forward was Simon. Didn't use him. Stays on that far wing. Anyang stands under it. No mark taken. Sergeant Slater was there too. Been tapped out of bounds, got a boundary throw in. No score on the board yet, surprisingly. So Pascoe was going to come off, then wheels back around. Anyang and Robinson in the ruck. Anyang threw around Robinson. Then Pittman went to the outside where Glenn chased. Goes forward, Lockwood stands under it. Around the back is Slater. Taps forward to the advantage of Banwell. Pascoe in front, yes! So big Lockie Pascoe gonna line up for his first of the game and the first of the game. So big Lenny Pascoe line out for his 58th goal of the year. In 14 games. He finds it. There's Big Lenny Pascoe with his first of the game.
So great to see Big Lenny Pascoe hit the scoreboard. Leading goal kicker in the Adelaide Football League Division 1 this season. Kicks his 58th. And he's been in top line form, the former Port Adelaide top-up player. And he's in instrumental form. 139 games for the Norwood Football Club and 128 goals. And just loving that position. They've been isolating him perfectly. And a key reason for this 6 in a row has been Big Lenny Pascoe. Back to the middle. Looks like Hames will go into the ruck now against Robinson. Battled manfully last week, Hames. Robinson gets the tap. Could have been taken high. Umpire calls play on. A little bit obscured. Banwell's taken high. Oh, there's been a trip. And the free kick there will be taken to Benny Manning. So Manning got the switch on. Not his best kick. Goes out towards Tyron Hill. And unfortunately ran out of pastures. Be a quick turn over there to Jakey Pittman. It's got Shenton in board. Still got him on. And goes in that direction. So Shenton with room to move. Plays on, wheels and deals, goes short. Oh, could have been a free kick in his pay. So
She just lost the ball.
Nick Collins on that far side goes to Shenton, to the captain. They go again through Weaving. He started particularly well, the young man. Goes to Pittman. So just to steady the ship, the Pip Dog goes inside, 450 to Pascoe. Couldn't take the big mark. Banwell's at ground level, mops up quickly. Got some superb roving skills, Banwell. We'll have the ball up. 25 from home here for Golden Globe. Looking for 2 inside a few minutes. Get back to that Kuna gets your scoreboard shortly. Haven't got the timer today, but we're going to rely on our wonderful timekeepers next door here who will give us the latest and greatest.
11 minutes to go.
So 11 minutes remaining in this opening stanza. The ball will be thrown in. 20 from home here for the Grove. They've got plenty of numbers and they've got their structure behind the ball. Broadview very good with the arm wrestle last week. Goes to Banwell. Umpire's found a free kick for that ruck infringement. And umpire's called play on. Beautiful work. And that's a lovely goal by Shenton. Believe it or not, Shenton's played majority of his football in the defensive unit. He's actually the 2018 Norwood leading goal kicker. And he is a sneaky shot on goal.
Cam Shenton, unlikely goal kicker. Joins Pascoe for the only 2 of the game. In my opinion, Broadview, they have a great first half team, but they just can't play 4 quarters, and that might come into play today, depending on how many goals they can get on the run in this first half. And the big question is, who's going to win the Archies today? Could be Jake Pittman, could be Lenny Pascoe, could really be anyone. On a windy and rainy day, down here at Broadview Oval, the breeze has quieted down a bit, same as the rain. Cleared out, punched by Xanthopoulos, over the top by Horskins. Weaving, started really well. Pittman went back to Glenn. Glenn went forward, sliding, dropped, pushing the back, got in the way of the Broadies. Ball with Wilson. Finds it off the 1-2. Then goes to the outside where Saint is. Saint finds the mark. Got an option back. Doesn't use it. Going to go forward, you'd assume. No, don't know. Yes, he wheels around. Goes into the middle where Duty is.
That's the lad.
And then we'll go forward to Hodby. Anyang, yes! Saint telling him to take a shot. We're right behind it in commentary position.
Jeez, he put him on a crooked angle. You look at the centre of the goals, he's actually pointing him to the middle of the points. Anyway, Joel and he's actually brought himself back on the angle, which is good to see.
So Chol Anyang usually either plays at full-back or ruck. This time he's gone ruck and forward.
Yeah, he kicked 2 last week, 2 rippers.
Strolls in, 40 out, and goals!
So well done to Chola Young, gets the opening goal for the Broadview Tigers. 2 straight, plays 1 straight. And we are 15 minutes down in this opening term. Brought to you by Kieran Agitsu. Big thank you again to Filming Footy Sports Interactive Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, High 5 E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's, Jag Meatworks, Kimberley Resorts. Who could snag the Jag Meatworks goal of the day? And also we've got the Settlers $50 hotel with the pair of Archies for the best on ground. Cavallaro streaming out of this clearance. Goes straight down Main Street. McKelvey just needed to read it when he did. Didn't get paid. Pittman lurking. Quick snap over the shoulder. Goes towards Pascoe. Could come back with some interest from Cavallaro. Just pokes it to himself. Goes off the deck. Miscued. Can they clean up here, Broadview? Oh, some strong work in there by Pilkington. The umpire says my ball right at the top of the 50-metre paint. So umpire Paul Smith, he's in the centre of the ground. I'm not sure the umpire's name. They just threw that one up. Third man up. Gets the tap there. It was Horskins. They'll have a secondary ball up as Pittman will have his second of about 20 tackles today. The Pit Dog. Perfect day for him to be at the trough and consuming plenty of that red leather. Goes to Shenton. Started well. Experienced campaigner. Goes in direction of Pascoe, but too much bite on that ball. And enough carry to go out of bounds on the full in the air.
So there's PJ Carlin, the runner, on the centre wing, in the broadcast side, saying go for the switch. Vice Captain Ben Manning saying just switch it up. But instead they go central, dropped, and then Hill went over the top. Simon intercepted the handball. That's got to be holding the ball. Yes, it is.
He had an eternity there. He had no other options, unfortunately.
Yeah, he could have just punched it back behind him. But instead they go sideways. Smothered by Lamb. Simon made up for his mistake. Then dragged it in. That's probably going to be holding the ball again. Yes, it is. Two holding the balls in the space of 30 seconds, both against Lamb Simon. So, Broadies, slow it down. Not the best of options. Banwell. Simon. Pittman. Soccer off the ground. Went behind. Pascoe trying to clean up. Verity ran him down. Won't be taken out. They'll just keep the ball in Broadview. Quaney went for the hospital handball. And it's going to be a ball up. It's 2-1 in favour of the Kookaburras. 2 goals gone to Pascoe and Shenton, and 1 to Anyang. Handball out. Cavallaro went over the top to Simon. Up and under Footy. Banwell could have given away a free. No. Cavallaro off the ground. Will it go out of bounds? No, it won't. And then it'll be tapped out by Verity's pressure.
So 18 minutes down, opening term. Fair arm wrestle out there at the moment. 2 goals, plays 1 on the Kieran Agitsu scoreboard. Ball will be thrown in, 35 from home here for the Grove. Tap from Verity, goes to ground. We'll have a rinse and repeat. This time a little bit more centralised and 40 metres from home. It's going to be a testing day for players. These conditions are as hard as they get. Pittman could have been taken high. He's brought down the Pit Dog. Quick series of hand passes brought to ground. And almost just, if he had another half a metre, we would have been having that prior opportunity conversation. But umpire calls my ball. And Yang just pokes it over. He was taken straight to the ground. We'll have another ball up. So it's going to be the flavour of the day. Umpires will get their value for money today. And I'll have wake up with a sore arm tomorrow. Shenton goes the third man up. Cavallaro trying to weave some magic. Still in the thick of it there, Cavallaro. Looking to add to his 12 goals for the season. And he's been instrumental for the fortunes of the Burras. And Shenton just gets another little poke. He's enjoying this licence of going third man up today. And Verity, we've got Sergeant Pepper Slater just going the kick behind, so they've got to switch in the ruck. Verity just tries to come over the top. Poke one out. Kelby couldn't take it with him. Quick kick off the ground. She's a bobbling affair at the moment. That's some smart work. Good work here by Broadview. Umpire's call played on. They need some composure off half back, and they do. And I've got one and a half forward. He's got a mountain of space there, and that's McKelvey. So McKelvey goes in the direction of Pascoe, and Yang couldn't drag it in. Good bump by Tomney, just to upset that there. And strong tackling by Glenn. And the umpire calls my ball, and we'll have a ball up. 40 from home here for goal. Great pressing for another goal as we head towards that middle phase of this second team.
Anyang gone from ruck to forward, back down to the back line. Then grabs it out of the ruck, handballs over the top. Pascoe went in the ruck with him. And it will be again as Slater comes off for Tom Robinson. Ruck for ruck, like for like. Shenton might be playing a midfield role. Oh, Glenn's gone the third minute up this time. That's unlikely. Then picks it up. Fake there off the weaving. Tomney stands under the pit dog kick and marks it contested. So Declan Tomney, the late in, will lay up for goal. He came in late for Joshua Harble. Number 11, Joshua Harble, out for number 8, Declan Tomney. Player on screen right now taking the set shot. He's going to kick from 45 out. Pascoe, Anyang and Co on the line. Strolls in, got the car horns behind him. Looks good, umpire shuffles. Not too much go, because that's a goal. Declan Tomney, the late in, finds himself a snag. It's 3 goals straight 18, the Kookaburras defeating the Tigers 1 goal straight 6.
Remarkable goal kicking, 4 goals straight amongst the two teams, and Tomney kicking his first. Just heard he won the B-grade medal last year. I really like the look of Tomney. I think he could add a little bit extra bite up there. He's probably carried a bit more puppy fat than his coaches would like him to, but he's a really instrumental, well-balanced player. Sharks goals, plays well above his height, and I think he's a handy inclusion and could have a solid block in the finals. He's a 1.5 goal a game type of player that gives him another injection in that forward line. Anyway, back to the action. Anyang gets the tap. Still getting the clearance here. We'll only go as far as Jackson Wilson, who's been very industrious off that back flank. Goes a little chiseler and goes the 1-2. So Wilson goes towards Hill. Too much curry on that. Ball goes to Shenton. Lovely driving ball to a 1-on-3. Oh, great mark. Fantastic work by Tomney. Just kicked that ball. Could have pushed off his mark. That was his downfall there. Hill with ball in hand. Tries to avoid the puddle. Some smart work there. Team's up. Oh, they've coughed it up. So Shenton coughs his head up. Lucky he's switched on today, Shenton, because he got that ball back straight away. Goes a little worm burner to Glenn. He could poke it from here. Demands ball of Pascoe to come forward. Pascoe dishes off. Needs to get it back. He does. Lovely kick to Glenn. Too much heat in the kitchen, and it's been turned over.
Now on the fast break is Wilson. Goes bouncing ball. The rain is coming down heavily at Broadview Oval. Xanthopoulos goes back to Payne. Goes central. Not a good kick. And it'll be picked off in the Broadview forward half. Fumble by Doody. Then goes back. Big bump. And that could cause a serious injury. Looks to be
he's not looking good, the lad. Very, very groggy. And I know that Broadview have had their fair share of injuries this season. You wouldn't want to see another one.
Yeah, I was talking to the team manager before about that, about the injuries. Had a discussion. Xanthopoulos went back to Pittman's, kick smothered by Wilson. Then a handball back from Modra. Kick forward, picked off by Weaving. Started well, Kalen Weaving. Commentated a few Golden Grove games now. I reckon it could be likes of 4 and haven't called in once.
148, Rhino, 148.
So there's 1:48 left. Is the other by the timekeepers? It'll be a free kick going the way of the Tigers.
So right back pocket, left back pocket is Xanthopoulos asked to play on. Wheels and deals. Goes one on the 45. Perfect kick to Glenn. Looks to dish off, just drawing plays. Goes to Pittman, not so clean on this occasion, the pit dog. Don't worry, we'll be back in there. He's a baked beans tackler of the week. McKelvey mops up. Shenton, great hand pass to Glenn, but right there at the right time is Chola Liang. And he's continued on his best on performance last week for the Tigers. Been a lot asked of Cholan Yang, and he's developing at a rapid rate. Robertson gets the tap towards Glenn. Could have been held on. He's called to go for a second lick of the ice cream. And umpire says, my ball. No, free kick. So I don't know where the prior opportunity comes into play because that's extremely tough. Needs to push off his mark here. So less than 60 seconds, I think, was the call. They go out towards Payne. Probably too much heat on that one. Lockwood just needs to be composed. Pushed off too easily there by Payne, but goes back to smother Lockwood. Such was his endeavour. He's held on there, Lockwood. And umpire agrees. It'll be a free kick there at right half back and a 25-metre penalty. No. And that's almost all she wrote for the first term. Lockwood gets on that trusty left foot, goes long down the line. And still in play. And at the end there, we'll have a ball up at true centre wing on that far side. Moments away from quarter time here at the Broadview Oval. 3 straight plays, 1 straight on the Kieran who gets his scoreboard.
Could still be time to score if there's a quick clearance and goal. That throw has gone wayward. Anyang picks up. Glenn. There's one last roll of the dice. Intercepted. Well done. Started well the Broadview defence, and there's the siren. There's the siren at Broadview Oval. Quarter time. It's Golden Grove leading 3 straight 18 to Broadview 1 goal 6.
We'll come back with the second quarter action from Broadview Oval after this break. Back to Broadview Oval for this Adelaide Football League Division 1 round 14 clash between Broadview and Golden Grove. Quarter time, it is the visitors 3 straight, 18 to Broadview 1 straight 6. 12 points to margin. Goal kickers in the opening term, Lockie Pascoe, Cameron Shenton and Declan Tumney. And for the home side, it was Charlie and Yang with a great kick from the paint. Just going around the grounds there for filming footy. Salisbury North at quarter time, 2-3. Ross Trevor 2 points, so 13 points to margin there. At St Peter's 2-3 to 2 points, same scoreline. St Peter's up by 13 points at home. Now this is the real surprising one. Port District 2-1-13. Payneham Norwood Union 4-5-29. So the Falcons up by 16 points. Wouldn't worry too much because Port District are a better second half side. And the final game, Sacred Heart 1 straight, playing Glenunga 2 points at the middle school oval. And that's only 3 scoring shots between the two sides. So we'll come back here. Big thank you also to Filming Footy Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, High 5E Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's Jag Meatworks, who will snag the Jag Meatworks snag of the day, and Kimberley Resorts. And also a big thank you to Farmers Leap Winery there at Padford for the Coach of the Week award. Winner will receive 3 bottles of Random Shot wines. The Goal of the Week brought to you by Born to Build. Mark of the Week also brought to you by Born to Build. And the Goal of the Year, Jag Meatworks. And the Mark of the Year will win a 3 nights accommodation in Broome with the Moonlight Suites by Kimberley Resorts. So some great prizes up for grabs for players. We've got Alex Coots about to call the second quarter as Paul Smith, the umpire, holds that bull aloft.
It'll be Anyang and Robinson to start in the right contest. Robinson will win it. Broadies have the breeze. Pittman goes up and then gets it back. Up and Crumb. Shenton. Back to Payne. Kick smothered. So, best players, Broadview's Cho Anyang, Tom Lockwood and Jackson Wilson. Golden Grovers, Jake Pittman, Caelan Weaving and Cam Shenton. Shenton being one of the goal scorers, same as Anyang. So ball back in, same rucks as the original ball up in the second term. Anyang and Robinson, 2 of the highest numbers in today's game. With free kick going the way of Jake Pittman. Central kick to Glenn. Shenton can't just cut Crumb. Then he does, tried to go for the handball back to Thatcher. Then Glenn, then Shenton. Shenton with the hat kick over the top. Bouncing ball. Anyang can't pick up. Handball. Glenn picks up. And then got stripped of it. That's ball. Well done, Matthew Beard, the young gun. And he moves quickly. Out the outside. This is good ball movement by the Tigers. Who's there? Is that a push in the back? No, it's not. Mark will be picked off. Play on by Ingram. Fast moving, Shenton. Won the contest. He does it on ground level. Over the head of Verity and picked off. They're going to go fast again. In the middle, O'Leary. Over the top. Here you go, Broadview. Goes forward. Simon can't quite. Neither can Rollotta, and holding free, going the way of the Kookaburras.
Yeah, Rollotta straight on the back there of Xanthopoulos. So Xanthopoulos, his defensive 50, looking to clear this ball out towards Horskins, out on our broadcast side. Ball holds up remarkably in that breeze. Punch towards Cavallaro, couldn't keep his feet. Just kicks a slider down the line here towards Pilkington. Couldn't come in and assist there. It was Horskins, so they poke one over. Geez, that's a strong tackle. Unrewarded by the umpire. Little poker there. We go towards Cavallaro. So Cavallaro, ball is extremely slippery. Haynes comes back to Haynes. Another great hand pass by Haynes. Just lacking that connection at the moment. Expect that with the ball in hand with these slippery conditions, and a diving mark attempt by Payne, couldn't tape it. Comes towards Wilson. So they go through the middle. Need to be clean. Payne's back again. Dribbles out of his hands, comes towards the central corridor. Could have been taken high there, off the ground. Trying to get some clearing work here. This ball is in a bit of an emergency zone. And again, pressure is being personified here by the Broadview Tigers. Goes with a clearing ball. No mark could be taken there by Collins. Goes off the deck, couldn't get enough meat on that boot. And Lockwood doing his best at ground level. Cavallaro keeps it alive. McKelvey, and he's in a double bear hug there. The umpire says, my ball. Pretty frantic 45 seconds of footy, but nothing really gained by either side.
And Young Robinson fight for it. Moans and groans. Glenn, short, very short kick by Horskins. Did Cavallaro catch him high? No. So, another ball up. In the same 2 rucks all quarter. Anyang kicks towards the Golden Grove forward 50. The Broadview forward 50. Handballed out. Simon, that's going to be touched. Cavallaro just punches it out.
First time for the quarter, we take the time off.
So, Declan Tomney, the goal kicker, one of the 3 goal kickers for Golden Grove, joined by Pascal and Shenton. And for Broadview, it was Tro Anyang. Another ball in. Anyang down. Glenn Crumming gets the clearance. High ball. Verity chasing. Can't mark. Good spoil. Then Verity handballs it out. Horskins. Picked up by Collins. Scrap kick forward. Slater and Pascoe in the forward 50. Lockwood picks up. Carmen collected. Then goes forward to Manning. Now they can go. Outside to Jay O'Leary. Then goes Ingram in front position. Not sure why he kicked it there. Harms. Anyang. Met by Thatcher. Simon. Getting it out of there. Kick out to the far wing. Tomney's there. Slips through his hands. Then Megs himself. Needs some help. Has none. Tomney barges through again as Weaving comes onto the ground. Collins. Lots of the footy so far in this term.
Pasco's been behind the last 2 moments on the forward line.
Handball out to Manning. Then goes back. Broadview still in possession. Hill. They somehow haven't lost the possession, Broadview. Got Anyang inside 50 as a tall target. Got lots of smalls to do the crumbing work. That's unfortunate when you have no Jesse White and PJ Carlin, no tools up forward. Hill gets the 1-2, falls out of his hands. Pilkington with the pickup, Central District top-up player. Picked up. Kick away. Got picked up and dropped. Soccer off the ground.
He's in front this time.
There's Pascoe. Not a good handball, although it goes to himself. Another soccer off the ground. So not sure if this is a footy game or a soccer game at this point. Another handball over the top. O'Leary, J variety. Got pushed in the back by Horskins. There's a free kick. Will they pay advantage? No. Jay O'Leary has his brother out wide. In Cooper. He finds him. They've got options of plenty inside forward 50. Anyang in front position. Clean pickup. Turns around and trips over his own feet. NFL preseason starts in a week. Maybe we can get recruited.
So ball to be thrown in right on the 50-metre arc here for Broadview. Still no scores added to the quarter-time account for Kieran Ugitsu. It's really dried up. And Yang just pulls Robinson to the ground. No, it's nothing seen by the umpire. Quick little poker by O'Leary. Goes towards Hill. Good work off the ground there by Weaving. So he's got a foot race on. He's got a couple of speeds to go up against Weaving. Great work, second effort. Tremendous by the young fella. The cavalry certainly arrives now to help him out. And I think that ball will be thrown up. No, umpire Smith says let it go. And eventually it does come out, which is great to see. So good umpiring here by umpire Smith. Just letting the play go and eventually calls my ball. So Kieran gets his scoreboard. Not sure how many minutes we're into this second term, but this is quite remarkable that we've got no scores. 7.5 minutes in to this second term. And it's going to be a slow day for Kieran Ugitsu. I'll give you the strong tip. Goals will be like diamonds, and Smith again says my ball. So players, every player outside of that offensive 50 for Golden Grove. Anyway, they get the ball out. Some work along that far side. They go towards the hot spot. Clever kick towards Anyang. Tries to get rid of Thatcher. Comes to Anyang again. Needs to be clean. And it's either in the back or a very decent bear hug. Umpire Smith says, my ball, have a ball up. 15 from home here for Broadview.
Be good for someone for like Cooper O'Leary or Tyron Hill to do some crumbing work and jag a great goal, snag a great goal. Around the corner, kick didn't get away. Pittman went the 1-2 with Ingram, stepped out of bounds at one point. Well, the whole ball was out of bounds at one point. So Pilkington's gone up forward for a bit. Pascoe, the deepest forward, who's not even past the centre circle. There's a fast break. Golden Grove won't have much options in the forward line. Simon around it. Been more on the ball today. Free kick involved, no. Umpire took a while to blow the whistle. Been a few ball ups recently. As Robinson goes down, holding free spotted against Anyang. Nope, it'll be gone. Yes, it will be against Anyang. Robinson went to Pittman. Ingram, it'll fly over his head. Will it go out? He didn't touch it. He did not touch it. It'll be a Broadview ball. It'll be Brody Pearce doing the kicking duties. Well, umpires can have a discussion, boundary umpire and field umpire. Field umpire's in the pink, boundary in the green. It will be a ball in after some time of discussing who's going to be in the ruck for the Broadies. It'll be Jackson Harms. Unusual target in the ruck. Robinson wins it. Tomney, Fresheri, Hodby. Ball still on the ground, then got picked up. Was it dragged in? No.
So ball will be thrown up. 55 from home here for Broadview. Third man up is Glenn. Geez, he gives it a mighty old thump. Pilkington couldn't affect the encounter. They go to the hotspot. Beautiful kicks. Got the drift out the back. Payne just grabs it at the final phase. He's got a man out wide and Banwell, and they're off to the races. Tomney over the top. Hicks it into his direction. Needs a kind bounce here. Tomney, can he keep it in? Goes off the deck. Clever work by Tomney. Goes to Pascoe. Loves this situation. Gets the Mack track up. Get the turning circle there. Pascoe hits the hot spot.
Way.
Goes towards Verity. Holds up in the breeze. And a great mark on that defensive line. So they quickly move it on through Lockwood. Got some room to move. Goes towards Doody. Just came onto the ground, the dude. And got his own fan club too, Doody. Strong tackle by Pittman, who is absolutely racking up the tackles this afternoon. The ball held up 55 from home here for Golden Grove. Can we eventually get our first score for the quarter? It's been very dry for here. Kieran who gets it. Ball thrown up. And held in again, and we'll have another repeat. So it's been a hugely unrewarding scoreboard for Kieran who gets it. Good tap by Shenton. He and Cavallaro tapped together. Pittman lurking. Can he keep it in, the pit dog? Come off a foot there, did it? No. And the umpire says we'll throw it in. 50 from home here for Golden Grove.
10 minutes remaining to round out the first half, second quarter. Harms doing ruck work over Robinson and his head. Shenton, McKelvey around the corner. Pascoe got pushed under it.
Jeez,
and that's great defence.
Fantastic, mate.
Not the best of kicks. McKelvey couldn't hold on. Now can he come? Banwell over the top. Robinson can't pick up. Pittman.
Played it into touch. Very good.
And we picked up, sorry. So no score. And we're halfway through the quarter. We saw it in the first quarter as well. There wasn't much score. Shenton straight out the ruck. That could be a Jag Meatwork snag of the day. I'll tell you what, Shenton has a brace, and I'll write that one down.
He's definitely a wet tracker. Cameron Shenton been relishing the conditions. The pace of the game is at his level. And in the prime of his career, he's kicked 2 opening half goals. And he's in superb touch. 4 straight on the Kieran who gets his scoreboard. Broadview yet to add to that Cholang Yang goal in the middle phase of that second opening term. And finally for Kieran who gets it, we've got some scoreboard action. Great work by Shenton, just sharked that goal. And he absolutely loved it. And it was going through from the moment it left his boot. So Ang Yang will come up against Robinson. Been a great clash between these two. Robinson sporting the nice stripe in the side of his head there like a 7-year-old. So Ang Yang gets the tap. And Hill was immediately wrapped up. Been an industrious player this year, Hill. 33rd game for Broadview today, Tyron Hill. Shenton gets a little poker out into space. One for the runners. Declan Tomley very clean. Loved his work this afternoon. Horskins needs a settle. Kicks it towards Pascoe and Verity. Good punch. Bandwell's lurking. Here he is on cue. Quick kick over the shoulder. Verity, lovely mark. And he'll have his first set shot for this afternoon. Verity on a tightish angle. And man on the mark appears to be about 25 from home. Verity, the 4th leading goal kicker in the Division 1 this season. He's been in sparkling touch since moving over from Modbury. 86 goals in Division 3 in 2023. Long to go with his 7 league games for North Adelaide. Lovely kick. That is a superb kick by the big man. And he salutes, and Golden Grove have got a couple on the trot. It's 5 straight. Plays 1 straight. And we're well through the middle phase of this second term here at Broadview Oval. All the action brought to you by Filming Footy and Sports Interactive. And finally, that Kieran who gets his scoreboard is starting to flutter along nicely.
So we'll go to a quick around the grounds. It's Salisbury North 3-6-24 beating Ross Trevor 1-3-9. St Peter's winning by 2 goals over Prince Alfred. It's 2-4-04. Payne Norwood Union still with the lead over Port District. And Sacramento with a 10-point lead over Glenunga. So Payne Norwood Union still the upset of the day so far. Slater doing the ruck work. No headband right now. Interesting. Soccer off the ground. Shenton, one of the best players for Golden Grove so far in this game. The rain is pouring down here at Broadview Oval. And the far umpire has paid a free kick. And the advantage paid. Slater off the ground. Pilkington. Lockwood, probably Broadview's best player so far. Could be him or Choanyang. High ball. Benwell.
There was a push.
Benwell advantage. Don't tell me. Oh, don't know if the advantage should have been paid. Or don't know if they should have took the advantage. Sorry.
No, he took the advantage. He took it.
So Collins might try to get a rebound 50. Ducks out of 1 tackle. Goes forward. Benwell. It's one for the Crummers. And it'll go out of bounds as Kobe Wilson comes on.
So gets a defensive kick to the 45. Lovely kick. Finds Wilson. Been busy. Lovely work. Through the middle. Manning goes inboard. Lovely little chip. He's got Lockwood on. Sells some candy. Lovely work. Goes on the 45 here to O'Leary. So Jay O'Leary links up with Lockwood. And a stream of hand passes. Needs to get it on the boot. Needs a forward to lead up. He gets one eventually. No mark taken here. Some good work there as he backtracks was Pearce. Pearce goes to Jay O'Leary. Lovely looking kick. That is superb despite the conditions. So Manning, can he drive one inside 450? He does. Couple of defenders there. Payne couldn't hold on. So eventually goes out the back. Comes towards our broadcast position. Just needs the clearing work here by Tomney. Keeps it in. Should have taken it with him, Tomney. Hames does some roaming work. Dishes off with a bit of a flick. Goes to Manning. Lockwood under duress. Quickly get it on his boot. And Cavallaro sits under it quite easily in the end.
Picked off by Cavallaro. Dangerous kick forward. Over Horskin's head to Glenn. Glenn's been good for the Kookaburras. Forward to Verity. Hospital ball to Payne. Gets the 1-2. Horskins finds the footy finally. Goes inside 50. Pasco! No. Lockwood out the back. Goes back to Saint. Now Quaney. Back to Saint. And someone's been dead. Not sure what's happening. Someone's been bowled over. I reckon it was Verity. Hill couldn't take it. Fans are all up and about here at Broadview Oval. Duty. Glenn. Banwell goes back to Collins. He's been good. Pascoe doing some body work. Lockwood. Handball's back. Finds it again, Lockwood. He's had plenty of the footy. Woodies can go now. Can they shorten the lead to 3 goals? It's currently 4 goals, 24 points. Handball off to a running Hill. Short dribbler. Finds it again, the Crummer and Hill. O'Leary. Cooper variety. Banwell picks up. Punch down. Verity. Bowled over by Anyang. Went in hard, both players, especially Chol Anyang.
Oh, he's given a free kick here.
Oh, free kick to Verity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Took his legs.
took his legs for the free kick.
So Verity, true centre wing, far side. We're time on, second term. And be pretty critical to the goal now if they can here. Golden Grove to extend that lead. Pascoe couldn't hold on. Goes off the deck with a worm burner. Lovely positioning from Lenny Pascoe, overrunning the ball, unfortunately, there. Was Pilkington. Oh, he comes back for a second leg. Geez, they're under pressure here. Pressure, high voltage. Could it be holding the ball? Umpire Paul Smith says, my ball. So time on, as we mentioned, second term. Late goal would push the lead out to 5 goals exactly. Anyang looking to concede. And Lockwood kicks one straight through the goals for Golden Grove and concedes the rush behind. And our first blemish on the Kieran-Agitsa scoreboard now reads Golden Grove 5-1-31 to Broadview 1 straight 6. That's a 23-point margin. Time on, second term for Kieran-Agitsa.
Currently, we are the only game that has a positive goal to behind ratio.
Not surprised.
So it was 6 goals straight, now it's 6 goals 1. No behinds to a specific player. Got to add that to the rush behind tally, as I just did. Manning. Duty. Can he chase? He'll just get there in time. No. So Weaving and Shinton come on. Simon comes off. Actually, no, it will be a ball in. They say Duty did touch it in time. Harms doing some ruck work on Slater. Kicked away. Wilson chasing. Verity. Soccer to soccer. Picked up by Banwell. Wearing the long sleeves today. Spoiled down. Glenn with the pickup. Stripped Quaney. And it'll be a free kick going the way of Anthony Quaney. Got option. He got Jay O'Leary on the wing, calling for it. He says, put it in front of me because I'll mark it. Goes a little further to a pack. Ingram, punch down.
Oh, Chol Anyang's just
up.
split himself
Jay
open
O'Leary.
there. Maybe a broken nose. Code red on that one.
Yeah, pause the game.
And there is a couple of boys that won't be coming back this afternoon. I'll give you the strong tip.
Oh, that didn't look good. I saw that
I'm glad we don't have the replay monitor because that was brutal.
in my own eyes, and God.
Friendly fire at its best, unfortunately. And that would, if it was no time on in the B grade, we'd call the half time right there, I reckon. As that's going to take some time to get these two lads off the field.
Yeah, well, last
I suspect
night.
both teams will converge pretty much from here on in to just to rally the troops. What is still probably 4 minutes remaining in this opening half, and thankfully Chol Anyang
And Jay O'Leary are up.
and Jay O'Leary are up.
Well
And that's
done.
fantastic to see.
Well done to Golden Grove. They're runners and trainers just helping out as well. Great sportsmanship.
And remarkable to see those two lads walk off like that because that was a brutal head clash.
Yeah, concussion protocols, I reckon they'll have to take a HIA test.
That will be concussion protocols 101. Don't need the replay for that one.
Robinson down. It'll be brought to ground. Glenn just grabs the ball and walks over him. And Hodby doesn't really appreciate it. Harms taps over his head. Glenn gets the clearance. Lockwood with the punch, although it went behind him. A barrel out of there. Went on by Weaving to let it go. Bit good IQ. Wonder if he's ever done an IQ test to test it out. Glenn with the mark. No wonder why he's pulled best player votes in 8 out of his 13 games. The rain is pouring down now at Broadview.
Oh.
Great mark, Verity. McKelvey, high ball. Pascoe in a one-on-one. Well done. Great job, Jackson Wilson. Then goes to the outside and Ryan, the deputy vice captain. Got Lockwood behind him, or sideways. He said he's going to look to go forward. He goes to the corridor. McKelvey with the pressure. O'Leary couldn't quite. Glenn bursting out. Who's there? Pittman! Well done, Jake Pittman. The pit dog.
Look to push from here. Is it a hold out or a push?
No, there's definitely some pushing action there. He must have been obscured, the umpire.
Jake Pittman, the skipper. Played 2 good quarters, a very consistent man, the pit dogger. It's perfect conditions for the smalls and the roughs, which is Jake Pittman. He fits that criteria. And there's a snag. There's the captain's goal, Jake Pittman. Seen a lot of those this year, especially by Stefan Lanzoni.
52, Ryan.
52 seconds left. Can Broadview answer and can Golden Grove extend the lead?
So great work there by Pittman, captain's goal, and that's exactly what you want, and that's a coach killer and red time there for Jack Fergus, unfortunately.
Well, my tip of
And his,
Broadview being up by 10
Broadview-
at half time won't work.
Broadview Tigers. Tell you what, Josh Byrne has done a sensational job on Lachlan Pascoe in the opening half. Besides that one goal, he's had very, very slim pickings, and Byrne normally plays midfield, can play a multitude of positions.
He's got
Very
11.
versatile, and he's done an admirable job there on Pascoe. So back to the middle.
He's Broadview leading
Glenn has
goalkeeper.
been close to best player on the ground. Wheels and deals on that left boot. Goes straight up Main Street. Very with the sticky fingers before. Umpire's found a free kick. He will go out the back. And should be a free kick there to Louis Saint. So Saint goes with a 1-2 to Byrne. Byrne comes out to our broadcast position. Lovely kick, but weaving right under it. Oh, just a little bit of front on action there from Hill. Proved to be the difference. And the free kick. So only moments away. Needs to get it inside 450 as quickly as he can. And Airy with the fist. Glenn out the back. Goes off the deck. Can it be fortuitous towards Pascoe? Needs a clear run. Pascoe off the deck with a dribbler. And goes through for a minor score. And that might be it. And all she wrote for the first half here for Kieran Ugitsu.
It certainly will be. As kicking in will be the deputy vice skipper, Jaden Ryan. Cannot be long left. We saw the 52-second screen before. So it'd be only probably 20-ish on the clock. Even less could be. Jaden Ryan's just gonna. They can't concede a goal now. The Tigers. Pascoe nearly got there in time. There's the siren. So lucky Pascoe didn't smother that. The score at half time. It's pouring down here at Broadview Oval. Everyone's wet. Lucky we're not on the balcony. We're all safe and snug under here. It's 6 goals to 38 for Golden Grove to still 1 goal 6 Broadview, and Golden Grove have a 32-point lead at half time. Not Broadview by 10 is what I predicted. It's Golden Grove by 32, and my tip, Golden Grove by 38, could well and truly be on the cards.
Certainly could be, Alex Coons. What a great first half we've had here at Broadview Oval. And it is a 32-point margin at half-time. 12 points they took into quarter time. We'll come back with the second half action here at Broadview Oval after the break. to the pocket. Could he get the Cav? Oh, sorry, it's not Cav, it's Tomney. Similar sort of body shapes. Well, the Cav probably wouldn't like me saying that because he's a bit more of a greyhound. He's got no puppy fat. The Cav, I'll give you the strong tip. So Slater leaving the field and Shenton coming on. Is there a late goal? Slater up against Anyang. They've gone a long way back, and that will also be a shallow throw-in as a result of them going so far back. Quick set of hand passes. Little chipper towards Hames. Simon gets the punch. Ball comes to ground. They've got a couple out the back. One of them is Hill. Oh, Shenton up to the occasion and a great deflection. They'll have the ball up at right half forward here for the Kookaburras.
In between the forward 50 and the centre, favouring the Kookaburras. Weaving in Shenton, going behind the ball. Deepest forward is Lenny Pascoe. Glenn bursting out.
Oh, look at
Finds
that.
Pascoe on the lead. Will he get 2 goals 4 or will he get 1 goal 5? Wait and find out.
If he's gonna kick one, it has to be this one. I reckon our time kicker could kick this one.
3:24, Rhino. 3:24. 3:24.
3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the Premiership quarter. Will we see another up and under kick from Pascoe? We certainly will. And that one goes straight over the umpire's cap. 2 goals 4 for Big Lenny Pascoe, 33% shooting accuracy. And the Pascoe party bus is underway.
So the Kieran gets a scoreboard. 3 goals, 5 in this term for the Burrows. Trying to get more of an even ledger. Some fruitful discussions down at ground level. Back to the action. Ball in hand of umpire Paul Smith. Umpires have done an incredible job this afternoon. And amazingly, Robinson has gone behind the ball at snap back, so he's in unusual territory. And Yang up against Slater. Hill burrowing in again. They end up dishing it out. Quick kick out of that clearance. Goes towards Hames and Robinson. Robinson held on to, not seen by the umpire. Strong tackling. Tremendous tackling here by the Tigers. And the ball will be held up at right half forward. So 22 and a half minutes down, third term. Do we have another goal left in us? And Young gets the tap into open space, only as far as Josh Glenn, who is firming into the best player on the ground honours. And the ball held up right in front of the Kieran, who gets a scoreboard. It's very healthy for the away team thus far. Slater gets the tap towards the boundary line to Cavallaro and Co. Cavallaro somehow manages to keep that ball in. Banwell, clever mark, is paid in the end. A little arm chop as he marked it. Banwell goes down the line towards Glenn. Couldn't take the mark. It come back for a second lick of the ice cream. And he's held up at left half forward for the Burrows.
9 goals 7, 63 to 1 straight 6. This could be a low score. I wonder what Broadview's lowest score ever is.
For this season, I've got it right here.
For their season and their history is could well be that.
You can't look that far back. This is a pretty proud club. Unfortunately, technology only goes back to about 2013. But no, the lowest score for this year for Broadview, I'll just get it while they're about to throw that ball in there, Alex. So, lowest score this year is 5-1-31. So they're a long way off of that at the moment.
And that was against Port District.
Yeah, Port District back in round 12. Back to the action.
Forward. Pascoe trying to do some crumbing work this time. Ball spilled out. O'Leary, the skipper, gets it out. Manning, will he race to the boundary line?
Hasn't done an ankle there, has he?
Oh, no, he's all right. Just a trip over. I mean, it is pretty wet, so if I can, I will try and find Broadview's lowest score ever, if that's possible.
So good work by Pittman. Scooping around at ground level, there's Hill. Great work by Hill, great burst of speed. Dishes off with a hand pass. No lead up targets for Hill.
Well,
and Robinson.
Slater's got a hand.
So might have an injury on our hands. And ball should be held up here. Oh, it's still alive. Some great work by Hill. Dishes off to Doody. Quick dish off. Goes to Hames. Goes straight into the puddle. Who wants to pick that up? So Weaving manages to get his mother to get the Yomo out. Plenty of action there with the white shorts.
I have an update on the lowest score ever. They've scored nothing twice. Once against Adelaide Uni and once against Goodwood Saints.
Well, there you go. So they're not going to get the worst score ever. Might have a top three. Shenton inside out. Torpedo goes to the defensive 50. Cloak work by McKelvey. No runner going with him. Pilkington, taken high. And unfortunately, that'll be a free kick to Pearce. I think we go inside forward 50. Good punch by Simon. And clean set of Hills with the siren go. And there's a lovely goal. And reward for effort finally for the Broadview faithful. And there's the three-quarter time siren. And a lovely kick right on the siren there. Just trying to get that player's number there.
Was it Doody?
No, it was O'Leary. So Captain Cooper O'Leary, well done, kicking that goal right before the three-quarter time siren and adding some life to the Kieran who gets the scoreboard. 9-7, 63 to 2 straight. 12. We'll come back with the final quarter action here for Kieran who gets it after the break. Welcome back to the Broadview Oval for Ladies' Day. And it's the game between Broadview and Golden Grove. 10th taking on 4th. One-way traffic so far. The home team registering their second goal just moments before the three-quarter time siren. And at three-quarter time, it's 2 straight 12. Golden Grove 9-7-61. 49-point margin at three-quarter time. Now the goal kickers for Golden Grove, Cameron Shenton and Lenny Pascoe, 2 apiece. Singles to Banwell, Verity, Glenn, Pittman and Tomney. And for the home team, Charlie Yang and Cooper O'Leary with the singles 1 apiece. So interesting last quarter. Fantastic for Golden Grove's percentage. They only concede 2 goals. They probably want to keep it that way. They'll give them a nice little edge on that Kieran who gets his scoreboard and the ladder. Percentage will play its part. It could be the difference in the end who finishes 2nd, 3rd, 4th or 5th.
Or even
There's
first,
only
maybe.
2 wins separating 1st and 6th, which is incredible. And it's been an absolutely superb season in the Adelaide Footy League.
And there's about 4 wins separating 6th and 7th.
There you have it. So big thank you to Filming Footy Sports Interactive Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, High 5 E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archie's, Jab Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts. Alex Coots on call. Final turn.
Robinson goes down. Pilkington, handball over the top. Horskins to Cav. Cav short for Cavallaro. Free kick holding. Going the way of the Cooks. It'll go the way of Sammy Duke. Banwell, what a grab!
Oh, lovely, mate.
Jed Banwell takes a great grab, jumped very high and then tapped down to the one-handed mug. We've only really had 1 snag of the day contender, by the way. That's Cam Shenton, went straight out of the ruck. That was about midway through the 2nd term.
Going to be hard to pick one unless we get a really good one this quarter, because it's been pretty slim pickings.
Shenton's probably
11 goals for the day.
Because Shenton's goal was pretty good in my opinion.
It was, very good.
Straight out of the ruck and bang. It was at this end where Jed Banwell is currently kicking to make it 10 goals for the Grove. Got the car horns behind him. He just misses. So Banwell is number 1. Goals is 1 and behinds is 1.
So it'll be interesting last quarter. Broadview have kicked between their 2 goals. Golden Grove kicked 3 goals in each of the 3 quarters thus far. We're looking at more of the same, even more if they can. It will be dependent on the weather. We had it rain. Isolated showers affecting the game. Very strong mark and a 2-on-1, sorry. So Verity, geez, a flat kick. Gets out the back, could have been taken high. Umpire says, play on. Don't play for him, son. So can't even see that player's number. His whole back of his Guernsey spread. Pilkington punches it towards Slater and ball just beats him out of play. We'll have a bounds throw in. So Golden Grove looking to get the first goal of his final term. And Pascoe, can he add to his goal tally? Licking his lips for number 60. 2 this afternoon. Slater gets the tap down. Cavallaro lurking, as is Banwell. They love this situation. They love the structure and clamping their opposition in their offensive 50.
Mitchell Slater has been very quiet today.
He has been unusually quiet. You're exactly right there, Alex Coots. That's why you're an expert. Great kick out of there. Goes to Glenn. Getting close to that best on ground honours for the Archies in the $50 Settlers Hotel voucher. Lovely pineapple. Get himself a lovely steak at the Settlers Hotel. Maybe a little bit of filet mignon action. Love one right now. So
I'll have a
Yang.
steak tomorrow night for dinner.
Oh, there you go. Slater, mid-air. Quickly get the umpire's found a free kick for a crow throw. And it'll be a free kick to Cavallaro.
That's Slater. We just mentioned it.
No, giving it to Cavallaro. Loves talking to the umpires. He'd be ensuring that he gets the kick, no doubt about that. So Cavallaro, difficult kick for a right footer. He's on the 45. But the wind will be his biggest threat here. He'll get the journey. Judging that wind will be quite difficult from there. Man on the mark is 40 from home. Kicks from 45. Could this be our Jag Meatwork snag of the day? He's not going to get the distance. Oh! Almost a little slider off the foot there. And a minor score. So 9-9. 63. 2 straight 12. And it's 50 metres by Pascoe. He's gone in that protected zone. And Byrne will say thank you very much.
Josh Byrne, 11 goals this year, 35th in the goal kicking tally, first for Broadview. Also, 3 best play votes out of his 8 games. The Port top-up player. Banwell, Pilkington fumbles it. Ingram, accidental, gave it away the high free kick. So, free kick will be on the way of Jacob Ralotta. He goes out to the broadcast side. O'Leary is there and Shenton stands under it beautifully. Carmen collected. Cam Shenton played multiple AFL clubs and Sandful. Pascoe's there. Goes beyond him, sorry. Banwell, is that kicking in danger? Yes,
Yeah, it should have been earlier, but he did give it in the end.
So it'll be Jackson Wilson who plays on. Handball's inside. That's a hospital ball. Well done, Ingram. Bursting through. Could this be a Jag Meatwork snag of the day? Goes to Pascoe. Gets it back. Oh, Josh Ingram, yes, please. That can be our Jag Meatwork snag of the day. Right, and that one straight down. We were talking about it previously. What a goal, Josh Ingram. Got the 1-2 from Pascoe. It was a great spoil at first. Then got the 1-2 from Pascoe with a beautiful snap to finish it off. Josh Ingram, take a bow.
So Josh Ingram, looks like he likes a sausage too by the sheer weight of the great man. And Jag Meatwork's kilo of gourmet snags almost in the book there. So back to the middle. It'll be Anyang up against Robinson. Tough day for big man. Robinson gets the tap, goes to Pittman. Oh, he's taken high there by Ralotta, not seen by the umpire. Ralotta, of course, kicking 4 goals last week was super impressive. Only his 3rd game in 2 years, coming off a knee recon, so fantastic to have him back in the fray. And they've had another wrestle there. Oh, that's Pittman not giving the free kick. Umpire looked at him and said, I'm going to throw it up. Both ruckman holding on as well. There is a free kick in the end. And Ralotta plays the long game and wins. So Ralotta, after pushing Pittman down twice, ends up with the free kick. Goes straight up Main Street. Great work in that contest by Thatcher, who's an absolute rocket. Gibraltar back there and takes a Tomley mark. Goes to Ingram. Dishes up to Pittman. Looks to the corridor. Nothing doing there. Goes out a little bit wider to McKelvey. It's a good build-up. Slow build-up, mind you. Verity in the middle. Goes to Shenton out wider. They love using a triangular formation. Got Pittman on, but goes to Ingram in the middle. Having a few quality moments here. Ingram goes to Verity. Verity plays on. Goes in the direction of Pascoe. It's not going to get the carry. Although he's lurking. His kick smothered there, Pascoe. Rebounds out. And they should be away here. And they go towards Hill.
To the outside. Go free kick. They're going to get a rebound 50 through Cam Shenton. No. So goes shorter to Horskins. To the leading Banwell. Can't take it. Grabbed by Verity. It'll trickle out of bounds. No free kick. So it's 10 goals 9, 69. So 2 goals straight 12. Josh Glenn, front runner for the Archies. And has probably locked it in nearly as he comes forward for this boundary throw in. Glenn now finds it. Handball off. No, holding the ball against Josh Glenn.
So it'll be a free kick. Offensive 50 here. Goes a little chipper to Anyang. Been serviceable today, the big man. Not as dominant as last week. Dishes off. And Byrne goes straight in towards Hames. Great work. Good build up here from Broadview. Hames just a little poker off balance. Bounces off the chest of Manning. Ball's intercepted by Verity. Needs to get rid of it. Just gets that ball out towards Banwell. Needs some runners. Banwell's up to the occasion. Lovely hand pass to Tomney. Probably should have given it earlier. Taken high. Umpire said play on. So a bit of scooping required at ground level. Well done there. Oh, thrown out in the end. And that'll be holding the ball. So bad luck to Kobe Wilson. And it is Tomney. So Tomney too far out to score. He's got McKelvey on. Chips into the top of the paint there. McKelvey still too far out. One would feel. Goes towards Pascoe. Needs to be clean. Bounces off the big man's chest. Comes out towards Payne. To Glenn. Glenn goes back inboard to Robinson. Verity. And Verity will have a shot on goal. About 45 from home. Turn his back on the play. Don't like to see key forwards do this. Turn your back on the play. But has not looked at the goals as of yet. Finally does. And our cameraman Sammy got a perfect angle of this shot on goal. Could it surpass the Ingram goal for the Jab Meatwork snag of the day? So Liam Verity, fourth leading goal kicker in the Adelaide Footy League Division 1. Lovely drift of assistance and he slots through an absolute ripper. So lovely goal to Verity, his second. And I've got 3 goal kickers now with 2 goals, including Verity, Pascoe and Shenton, and that's a wealth of experience right there.
Broadview haven't not kicked them behind all day. The only other game I've seen that was Glenunga versus Spock. It was Spock 14-14, 98. Glenunga 10 straight 60. So, scoreboard now being fixed. 11-9, 75. 2 straight 12. Golden Grove, 63-point leaders. Robinson and Anyang in the ruck once again. They've been doing the main of the ruck work. These 2 lads. Anyang wins it. Goes to ground level. Great conditions for Hill. Well done by Lamb Simon. Bursting through was Manning, the vice-captain. Can Broadview snag one for themselves? No. Glenn, crow throw to Horskins. To the outside. The Kookaburras have numbers. They have numbers forward and behind the ball. Gets pressured with Tomney and then goes forward. Lockwood had a great first quarter, then now it's gone quiet. Not sure if he's even had a disposal after the first quarter. Verity trying to attack. Hill bursting through. Wonder how far he ran there. Shenton with the intercept. He plays on. It's 25. Is it 25? Not 100% sure what's happening. He took the mark and for some reason he's not allowed to play on. So I'm not sure why they've called that one back. So now Shenton is able to take the kick. One of 3 multiple goal scorers for the Kookaburras. Broadview has numbers now. O'Leary, J Variety. Bursting through is Moron. No. There's the first minor score on the board for the Tigers. 2-1-13 to 11-9, 75, 62-point lead to the Kookaburras.
It looks like Payne to do the kick-in duties. No, it's not. It's Thatcher. So Thatcher streams out of that defensive goal square. Lovely kick towards Robinson. It's got some company in Horskins. Horskins goes down the line looking for Cavallaro and co. Easy chiming in mark there to Byrne, who's been amongst the best for Broadview, no doubt about that. Tough challenge this afternoon, manning up on Lockie Pascoe. They've switched here. Finds Lockwood, who's been reliable as ever. Gets on that trusty left foot, goes to Manning. Nice mark by Manning, looks to play on and does so. A little bit too much heat on that for Hill. Should go cleanly to Anyang. Anyang goes to Hill. They go inside 450 and a nice little mark there in the end. So some great work there at ground level. That was a good clean play there from Broadview. Can't quite see the player's name with the ball in hand just yet. Pearce. So I thought it might have been Pearce. He's had a Couple of number changes the last couple of weeks. So Pearce enters the tarmac. Would love a goal, no doubt about that. Deliberate approach. Has it got the distance? Big punch from Robinson. Still active now. Could have been done for holding the ball. Ends up with Xanthopoulos. Xanthopoulos got a couple of players on. Verity enjoying some quality minutes in the ruck. Goes down the line to Pascoe. Long way from home, big Lennox. The Pascoe party bus wheels up. He goes straight down Main Street. Foot race on for Cavallaro. There's plenty of cavalry back here for the Tigers. Bit of slipping and sliding action. Tomney in pursuit. Cavallaro also lurking, so still not quite out of the defensive line, in trouble. Wheels and deals, little poker, and finds Manning.
So Ben Manning, the vice captain for the Tigers. Been influential in their big loss today. Golden Grove's offense just too good. And a few mess up, cost mistakes, and that's costly. Glenn wheels and deals on his left boot. Cavallaro can't quite take the contested mark. O'Leary, the skipper, fought hard all day. Gets the 1-2 from Manning. Might get another 1-2. Can Glenn pick it off? Manning goes to the outside. O'Leary finds it again. And they go forward. O'Leary been great for the Tigers, same as Manning. As there's Manning again. They've got a player at the back just sitting there waiting for a goal. It's like me when I play wheelchair footy, just sitting out being greedy in the goal square. There's Glenn, the Archie's front runner. What a kick to Pascoe. So big Lenny Pascoe could have either 2 goals 5 or 3 goals 4 here.
8 minutes.
8 minutes to go in this wonderful game. So it could be a 68-point lead or a 63-point lead, assuming that it'll put a score on the board. Got a great angle for it, right behind it. And he sprayed it. Oh, it's come back. No, just not enough. So I was putting less room for behinds on the score sheet than goals, thinking that Pascoe would have heaps more goals than behinds. He's got 2 goals 5, so he's got a handful, a bag of behinds.
So play on through that kick out. So Byrne dishes back, and up with Lockwood. So Lockwood, geez, there's 4 hand passes. They've only just got out of 50 and not out of trouble. So danger here. And can they keep it clean? Shenton decides, no, I will take this one out. Ball will be thrown in. 55 from home. 7 minutes remaining in the clash. And 2 goals, 3 so far this term, to just the 1 solitary behind. Here we go. Back to the action. Right foot snapper and a big spray there on the full.
So, got some around the grounds for you quickly while it's a break. It's Salisbury North leading by 2 goals over Ross Trevor. St. Peter's 39-13 over at Cater Oval. St. Peter's with the lead. Port District pulling away against Payneham, 29 points at Country Living's Homes Reserve. And Glenunga upsetting Sacred Heart at the middle school, 27-28, so very low scoring over there. Our game is the second highest scoring, trailing the Port District and Payneham. Anyway, back to the action. Anyang can't quite take the mark in the pack of about 15. That's what happens in wet weather footy.
Talk about wet weather footy. I reckon this temperature has dropped 3 degrees in the last 3 minutes. It is incredible here at Broadview.
My hands are like ice right now. My body's alright, but my hands are like ice. So, Manning finds the footy now. 25 was paid, and they paid advantage instead. Not sure if that was the right call. Robertson dribbling it to himself like a basketball. NBA Summer League just finished. Great touch by O'Leary if it was soccer. Pittman fends off. That's ball. The fans are up and about for that one. And so they should be. Nah, O'Leary's got to come back. Trying to be cheeky there.
His guts out, Cooper O'Leary.
And the fans have something to be excited about, and so they should. He's fought hard all day, the skipper. Finds back to Lockwood. Probably front runner for the Archies in the first quarter. Horskins. Pascoe! He's got the journey in him, we know that. Has Thatcher at the back, although it'll be a contest. Bombs away, Lockie Pascoe. Will Thatcher reach it? Yes! So Thatcher hasn't kicked many goals in his career. Being a full backman, plays 200th game against PAC earlier on in the year. I tell you what, this could be up there with Ingram's goal for the Jag Meatworks snag of the day. On his right foot. Aiden Thatcher, yes! What a goal! So the Thatcher man has his first of the game. Golden Grove. I'll tell you how many individual goal kickers they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 individual goal kickers, which contain up to 12 goals. Spreading the load, which is what you love to see from a team. And Broadview fans booing Josh Glenn.
So Aidan Thatcher kicking just his 13th goal in 108 games for the Golden Grove Footy Club. He's very highly considered inside the four walls of the Golden Grove Footy Club, premier backman, and goes under the radar significantly. So back to the middle, be Anyang up against Slater. Umpire Paul Smith throws the ball up. Good tap by Anyang. Comes out towards Pilkington. Couldn't impact the contest. Clever kick to half forward. A little bit of a push under there by the experienced campaigner in Shenton. This is off to Weaving to Horskins. They go down that line with Slater. Slater sells a little bit of candy. Straight up shooter to Banwell. Looking to get back onto the ball. There's Banwell. A bit of a 2-on-2 wrestle. So some smart work by McKelvey. Goes to the hot spot. Pascoe in juxtaposition 101. Couldn't take the mark. Comes to Banwell. He's already kicked one. Looking for a double. And he's got it. So a lovely goal by Banwell. And continues this rich vein of form. And he's a goal-a-game player in 2025, Jed Banwell. 14 goals for 14 games. So Kieran gets his scoreboard. Starts to get the better of Broadview slightly. We've got 13-10 there, 88 to 2-1, 13, and it's a 55-point margin for Kieran Getsu. That actually might be a 65. What am I
In fact,
talking about?
it's 75.
75, it's been that much. 75 points is a whopping margin.
88, take 13, 75. That's how you get the margins, folks. So, the same two in the ruck, although no, Slater's one in the ruck this time. Barely see much of him. It's like he's getting tagged by someone. Hat kick out. Can the Grove reach 100 on a wet day in Adelaide? And holding the ball to the Tigers. Go the way of Anyang. Been lethal and is always lethal for the Broadview Tigers. So Campbell Murron's rolled up the socks. He said, I've had enough. My legs are getting cold. Manning in the corridor. Finds a skipper in O'Leary. To a lead, yes. And the man who was sitting by himself in the goal scorer before, Anthony Quaney. Goes to Murron. Can't quite. Keeps it in, Murron. Well on Verity. He's drifted down back. Big Liam. The kick out towards Tomney. Clean pick up. Kicks forward. Pascoe in front position. Can't quite take the run in and grab. Burn. Anyang. And I tell you what, I haven't seen much of good old Josh Costa. He was on my one to watch this. He's done barely anything. But anyway, Harms. Manning can't take it. Then went to tackle Ingram. Feds wanted ball. But no, it was 75-point margin here at Broadview Oval. It's a day for the Smalls, and that's why Josh Glenn and Jake Pittman have been doing so well. And there's the pit dog coming in when we speak.
So ball to be thrown up true, centre wing, broadcast side. Final siren not too far away. Time on final term for Kieran Ugetsu. Manning been amongst the best for Broadview this afternoon. Dishes out the back to Modra. It's another series of hand passes. Finally get it on the boot of Lockwood. And uncontested in the end is Verity. Must have been a touch ball. So back to exactly where we started, true centre wing, broadcast position. Slater wrestled under the ball by Anyang. Overrunning it was Tomney. It's a smart work by O'Leary. Geez, he's been courageous, the captain for Broadview. Work out ground level. Little poker from Sergeant Slater. And not the 15 required. So quick kick down the line to a one-on-one. Weaving too strong. Up against Wilson. So Weaving goes in the middle. Take a little 45 kick. Finds Collins. Collins goes in the direction of Tomney. They're queuing up. Payne drifting forward as we speak. Goes towards Banwell. Can he be clean? Almost got stuck in a pothole there was Pilkington. Little snap around the corner and finds that man Payne. It was an elusive position. And he'll have a shot on goal.
So they could have 10 individual goal kickers, the Kookaburras. If he makes it an 81-point margin, they'll have 94 points on the board.
I expect a big goal celebration from Mitchell Payne if that is the case, because loves a goal. Been out of the lineup for a significant period this year with injury. And only his second game back for the season, for this current run of form. So Payne, shuffle approach. And has he got enough on it? He has. So Mitchell Payne salutes. 10th goal kicker for Golden Grove. What did you predict for the Fart Clubber? Payne! So Mitchell Payne slots through his first. 14th for the Golden Grove Footy Club. 14, 10, 94. 2-1, 13. So 81 points the margin for Kieran Ugetsu.
Well, I've got a low-scoring game for you. St. Peter's 39, Prince Alfred 13. Final at Cater Oval. Port District have reached the century. And Glenunga still have the lead by 1 point, 28-27. And Port District have doubled Paynham's score now, 54-108. Salisbury North with a 7-point lead is back to the action. Anyang slaps it forward. Can Golden Grove reach the century? Weaving goes in hard. Finds the footy. Pilkington, soccer off the ground. Banwell. Pilkington diving on it. Tried to go off the deck. Hill. Cole. Couldn't quite. Then finds it again, Sergeant Slater. McKelvey runs into a brick wall. That's ball. Every day of the week. So well done, Cooper O'Leary. Long handball. That won't work. Or it might. Hodby goes back to O'Leary. Cooper variety. Is it holding? No. Collins off the deck. Picked up. Trip. Yes. Siren! There it is. They're going to have one last shot. And it'll be through Anthony Quaney. The fans will go wild if he gets this. But the final score most likely 2-1-13, 14-10-94. And the winners for today are Golden Grove. It'll either be 81, 80 or 75, depending on how this kid goes. He's gone onto it. He's got onto it. And away back the journey. So the final score at Broadview Oval, it's Broadview 2-1-13. Defeated by Golden Grove 14-10. They are huge numbers on a wet weather footy day, 94. Golden Grove winning by 81 points. Weekend high margin. And let's just summarise that game a little, Matt.
Yeah, what a fantastic performance. We thought it might be a clinical show here from Golden Grove. They've got a couple of wounded players. Got Josh Glenn on the ground there with the boot off. Maybe a bit of leather poisoning, maybe a sore ankle. And Cameron Shenton with a little bit of a niggle in the driver maybe. But, yeah, very clinical performance by Golden Grove and well-deserved win. 81 points. It was 12 points at quarter time. 32 points at the main break, 49ers returned from home, and a magnificent and comprehensive victory by 81 points. And we'll quickly go through the goal kickers with Alex Coots.
So for Broadview, it was only two, Anyang and O'Leary. For Golden Grove, got to have to go through these. It took a lot of talking for Grove. Banwell 2, Verity 2, Pascoe 2, Shenton 2, Glen 1, Pittman 1, Tomini 1, Thatcher 1, Payne 1, and Ingram 1, which won the snag of the day, I reckon, Joshua Ingram. That was a beautiful goal. It was just amazing, and I reckon the Archies, it's got to go to our man Josh Glenn.
Yeah, Josh Glenn was outstanding today. Best four-quarter performance by any player on the field, and despite coming off in the last quarter, he was the best man on the ground. Will receive the pineapple voucher, the $50 voucher for the Settlers Hotel, and also the pair of Archies. I think we've got a pair in his size 10s, as the inclusive football is about to run on the field. And this is one of the highlights of the week for these young men, and a real highlight for us as commentators. It's just a real buzz watching them enter the field and they go into battle. They'll be taking on the mighty Salisbury Magpies in the Inclusive League this afternoon. Big thank you to Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, Classic Clashes, custom by ORTC, High Five E-Bikes, Dartfish, Archies, J Meatworks and Kimberley Resorts as the Inclusive Tigers enter the field. And they are absolutely pumped, as you can imagine. Well done to the senior team and making all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Well done to the Broadview boys for hanging around. I've got another player to come out. And all the best in the inclusive footy game today. Well done to the girls. I've had an excellent time here for Ladies' Day, but it'll be Golden Grove. Too strong, comprehensive and clinical display. 81 points was the margin. Big thank you to Sammy on camera, Alex Coots and myself, Matt Gale. We'll catch you at the round 15 action next week for the Adelaide Footy League. We're signing off, and we'll see you at the footy again next time.